If you're looking for the perfect gift for your friend or family member that collects Pokemon cards, plays Pokemon cards, or collects and plays any other TCG, this gift buying guide is going to tell you all kinds of ideas that no matter what you get, any card collector or player is going to be happy to have. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce 2. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, that there is an awesome plan for your life. Well, with the holiday season upon us, I thought it would be the perfect time to make a holiday gift buying guide perfect for Pokemon card collectors or really collectors of any other type of card. So if you have a loved one that collects Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic or sports or any type of TCG, this gift buying guide is going to show you everything you could possibly want to be able to pick out the perfect gift for them. Everything that I talk about in this video is going to be linked down in the description below via an Amazon link. So if you see something you're like, that's the perfect gift, you can go to the description below, click on it. It'll take you right to either the search result on Amazon or the product listing on Amazon. That is an affiliate link. I am partnered with Amazon, so it does support the channel, but it will be there for your convenience if you see anything here that you think is perfect. So let's go ahead and jump into this holiday gift buying guide. And the first thing that comes to mind when you're thinking about what to buy somebody that loves collecting cards, in my opinion, is a binder. Every card collector needs multiple binders for either sets or, like me, you collect specific types of cards or specific Pokemon, and there's so many binders that you can pick up and you can store your cards safely. Now, my favorite kind of binder is a Vault X binder. It's a beautiful binder that has zippers, side-loading pages, and it works very well and keeps your cards very, very safe, and they're not very expensive at all. And then you could also even think about a top-loading binder. So a top-loading binder is when you take a hard-cased protector that has a card in it, and then you can load that up into the binder as well. So basically it makes it to where you can take your more expensive cards and put them in binders. Now, the regular collector doesn't need as many top-loading binders as they do regular binders. That Vault X binder is fantastic. I do have several of them, but those are a couple options there for you that any collector is going to love to have. And if we're going to talk about binders, you need sleeves. Now, this is a perfect gift for maybe the holidays where you're trying to do a stocking stuffer or really small gifts, or you're trying to have a really, really low budget or just something to augment another gift. Sleeves are the perfect thing. Every collector or player needs sleeves. So you could go the route of penny sleeves. Penny sleeves are very cheap, very affordable sleeves that are used a lot when you're just doing your pack openings. Throw it in a sleeve and then you can put it in a binder, or you can transfer it to a top loader or transfer it to a different sleeve at a later time. Or you could go the route of perfect fit sleeves, which is what they mean. It fits perfectly on your card. Perfect fit sleeves are used a lot for binders as well. They're also used a lot for double sleeving, and you typically will double sleeve if you're loading up a really expensive binder or if you're building a deck to actually play. So if you're wanting to get some sleeves for people that actually play, you got to look at Dragon Shields. Dragon Shields are fantastic sleeves that you can use. So you always got to think about sleeves as well. Sleeves are a perfect thing that you can use for like stocking stuffers, or if you just want to add a little something extra to another part of a gift that you got. You go penny sleeves, perfect fit sleeves, or Dragon Shield sleeves, and there's a wide variety of colors and designs. All of this is available on Amazon, ready, easy to ship for like 1 or 2 day shipping. So don't forget your sleeves. And after talking about sleeves, you got to think about top loaders. These are just like sleeves, where they'd be perfect little stocking stuffers or perfect little small gifts for gifts exchanges, or little, if you're trying to put together like a care basket for a TCG player. Wow, that'd be really cool. A care basket for somebody that collects Pokemon cards. That'd be a gift that I'd love to have. You got to go top loaders. Like I showed you earlier, top loaders are the hard, rigid cases that you put it in the sleeve and then you put it in the top loader, and that'll protect your card. And you can also think about getting semi-rigids. It's similar to a top loader. It's not as rigid. It's a little more flexible, but this is what you need if you grade cards a lot. So if you have somebody that you're looking at to gifts for and you know they grade a lot of cards, or some people just prefer these semi-rigids, that's the other option too. So can't forget about sleeves, can't forget about semi-rigids and top loaders. All right, now we're going to get into the more interesting parts of collecting and more interesting gifts that you can get for people that collect. Let's jump into ways to display your Pokemon cards. A lot of people get stumped with this, but there are a whole bunch of different ways that you can display Pokemon cards. You can see in my backdrop, I have some Pokemon cards displayed up there. I have some displayed over there. I have some displayed on this shelf, and there's various ways that you can display Pokemon cards. There's ways that you can display graded cards. You can get little frames that you can put your raw cards inside of, like little penny sleeves and top loaders, make it look like they're floating. You can get huge display frames that you can put tons of graded cards in. There are so many cool different ways that you can display your Pokemon cards, either graded or ungraded, and all of these would make a great way to get a gift for somebody. If you're not exactly sure what they collect, or you're not exactly sure what they have, we can never have enough displays. So there's a ton of different ways to display your Pokemon cards, and they would all make a really cool gift for somebody that collects cards. Guys, let me know if you're enjoying this video and if this has been a great gift guide for you so far. We have a lot more to come. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. It's free for you to do that, and it really supports the channel a whole lot. Now, the next one is one that actually surprised me. I did some polls on my social medias asking people, hey, as card collectors, what would be perfect gifts? And I didn't think people would say this, and they said bulk card storage. Now, if you're watching this, you don't collect Pokemon cards or some other TCG, you might be wondering, what is bulk card storage? Well, the bulk is when you open up a bunch of booster packs and you have all these extra cards left over that none of them are like the big hit cards. They're just all the bulk that are, you know, worth maybe a penny, maybe 5 cents, maybe 25 cents, and maybe you want to save them to build decks with, or you're just saving them until you have thousands of them that you can sell. Bulk card storage is something that a lot of people replied and said they would be so happy if somebody bought them some of these bulk card storage boxes for gifts. So they have these bulk storage boxes all over Amazon, and they're super thick white boxes that look like little drawers. They're not very expensive. They ship flat so that as the recipient, you can put it together yourself, but they are so incredibly convenient for storing all of that bulk that as I sit right here looking, I need somebody to buy me some bulk card boxes because I just got a whole bunch of bulk sitting right here on the floor. But this is actually a really cool thing, and it's a really practical thing for people that collect any type of card and open any type of pack, is getting you some of those little heavy duty boxes and kind of keep everything organized. And that's a great gift idea for somebody that likes Pokemon cards. Speaking of storage, let's talk about graded Pokemon card storage. This one's a little bit different because graded cards are a bit bigger, but there's some awesome storage cases that you can get that'll hold graded Pokemon cards. And typically when a card is graded, it has a little bit of a higher value. So most of these storage cases that you can see that are all over Amazon have like padding and stuff like that. They might have locks, they might have handles. There are a plethora of options. There are all kinds of sizes. There's really, really expensive ones that hold, you know, hundreds of cards to really affordable ones that hold maybe 10 or 15 cards. If you're going to go get some type of graded Pokemon card storage and carrying case, just look at the reviews. I would say stick with something that you see on Amazon that you can see in the link below that has really high reviews, has lots of sales, and just find the right thing to fit your budget. But that is another really cool option for storing graded Pokemon cards. Now, this next gift idea is a personal favorite of mine. I use one of these. I have one of these, and it is probably one of the best card collecting options that I have ever purchased. And it is a combination of bulk storage and graded card storage. And this is a card storage drawer system. I absolutely love this thing. It is made out of the same type of cardboard that the bulk storage boxes are made out of. And I was a little skeptical. I was like, is it going to be very, you know, reliable? Is it going to be heavy duty? It is such a quality purchase. You can store thousands and thousands of cards in here, and every one of these drawers holds at least 30 or 40 graded cards. This is a fantastic storage solution. I cannot recommend this one enough. It's absolutely wonderful. If you have somebody that has a card storage problem, this is a gift that would just make them go over the moon because they probably don't even know they want it or need it. Really great choice, this little card storage drawer system. Next up is something that everybody who collects cards wants to have, whether you play cards or you just open cards, and that's Playmats. There are so many Playmats. You can never go wrong with gifting somebody a Playmat. You can store them in different ways. You can use them all over the place. If you just open cards, you need a Playmat to open your cards on. And if you play like me, I like to play with different Playmats all the time. There's a ton of different Playmats. I'll put a link down below to Pokemon Card, and then I'll put a link down below to Ultra Pro Playmats, which is one of the better brands that makes Playmats. Lots of options there. Can never go wrong with a Playmat as a gift. Speaking of Playmats, I'm going to show you something else that I personally use that is absolutely genius. And I got a shout out. I believe his name is Matt Gideon. I found on Facebook. He's the one that showed me this hack. If you have a ton of Playmats like I do, you run into the issue of where you store all of your Playmats, and then you end up just having a big pile of Playmats. Well, the perfect storage solution for somebody that has a lot of Playmats, and a way that you would never even really think to store them, is a Cricut vinyl roll hanger. And you can see that you can, instead of taking the vinyl and sliding it into the slots, you can roll up your Playmat and slide it into the slots. This is a fantastic choice, a fantastic gift, and I think it's under 20 bucks if I'm not mistaken. This one is a home run. Now, if you're trying to buy a gift for somebody that plays Pokemon cards or plays different trading card games, they're gonna need deck boxes. You can never have enough deck boxes when you're brewing a deck. Maybe you have 3 or 4 different decks that you want. Maybe you play Magic and you have a couple commander decks and a couple standard decks. deck boxes are always a great choice. And there's a bunch of different kinds. You can get smaller deck boxes that just hold one deck. You can get bigger deck boxes that have a variety of little slots and drawers and compartments that maybe can hold some die, maybe some counters and stuff like that. Deck boxes are always a great choice to buy as a gift. Can't go wrong with them. There's a ton of options. Go with something that you find on Amazon that's a higher rated, you know, something that has more stars to it. Some of the bigger brands like Vault-X and Ultra Pro, those are all great brands for deck boxes. Obviously, those links are down in the description below, so you can go check those out. But a deck box is a great choice for a gift. And something else that people don't think about when you have all these TCG accessories and you're maybe going to a game night or you're going to a convention is a bag to carry it all. Maybe you have 5 decks and 3 playmats, or you have a whole bunch of binders. You might need some different bags. There's all kinds of different bags. You can use different types of backpacks. They make special bags that hold your deck boxes and stuff. There's a lot of really cool bags that you can get to carry all this stuff when you're going from place to place, be it a convention or to a tournament or just to your friend's house to crack some packs and have a game night. Having a cool bag is always a great option, and it might be something that as a collector, the person you're buying for might not have. And lastly, a great gift to buy somebody that collects Pokemon cards would be Pokemon cards or Magic cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever it is. If you're going to go on Amazon and buy any of these, there is a link below that you can use. Just make sure you're buying from a store that says shipped and sold by Amazon, that it's coming directly from Amazon, sold directly by Amazon. That way, if there's any issues with it, it's easily returnable. But you can never really go wrong with Pokemon cards or cards themselves. But the reason this is at the end of the list is because most of the time, if you're buying a gift for somebody that collects cards, they buy most of the cards that they want. What they might need or be more surprised with rather than just getting a pack of cards is some of these other things on the list. But if you want to get somebody some cards and something else, there are cards available on Amazon and many other places that you can pick up. But I would go with some of these other options, some deck boxes or some binders or some of these different storage, you know, solutions that are really, really cool that some collectors may not think about getting for themselves. But if their loved one or their friend bought it for them for, you know, Christmas or birthday or whatever the holiday or the occasion might be, it could be something really cool that they never thought about for getting for themselves. So that is the holiday gift buying guide for the Pokemon card or TCG collector. Let me know down in the comments below, what was your favorite thing from the list? And do you have any collectors in your family that could benefit from some of this stuff? All of this stuff is linked down in the description. Just scroll right down, click on whichever one of these you thought was the perfect opportunity and go and grab yourself something that supports my channel and it helps out you because it's easy for you to find it. And let me know what you thought down in the comment section below. And if you liked this video, you might like that one too. And like I always say, my friends, find somebody to love and serve today. Be the change you want to see in the world. See you next time.